Well, Neil, congratulations, a fantastic win and a deserved win.
Yeah, I think so on chances. I mean, they had a couple of chances as well, good chances. I think, but you know, first game of the season, new group of players. You know, I thought we deserved to win the game. I thought we had far more chances than what they did. But they're dangerous. They're a good side. I think, you know, they finished in the top 4 or 5 last year. Dennis, you know, knows his stuff, and they're a good physical side. But I thought we stood up to it. It's good to concede a goal and then come back and. You know, in the end, I thought, you know, we probably should have scored again on the break, but, you know, all in all, 2-1, first game of the season, you know, you'll take that against a good side like Boston.
And what impressed you most about the performance today?
I think we stood up to everything. You know, we knew we were going to be in for a battle there. The majority of their side is what they've had over a number of years. I can't emphasise enough how difficult it is to bring a whole new group of players together, not just from a football perspective, but from a social aspect as well. You know, that's difficult in itself, but the lads, you know, are getting together, bonding, the dressing room's getting louder and louder. But yeah, good game. I feel like I've played myself. I think the last 20, I think won 3 headers. But yeah, all in all, you know, very happy.
Do you take a bit of credit yourself as well for the substitution, because that really was the change that unhinged them, wasn't it? Yeah,
well, to be fair, they made the change which unhinged us a little bit. It wasn't the goal, but I just thought they were getting in pockets a little bit too early. So hence the reason we put Lewis to drop a little bit deeper. We knew Joe getting in them little pockets ourselves, and they tried to change, but they couldn't match us in that area. But you know, we know what Joe's left foot's been like all pre-season. He's been hitting them, he's been hitting bars, posts, coming off goalkeepers, unbelievable saves, and today he's gone in there. Sometimes they work for you, sometimes they don't. But I thought as a team, you know, I thought team performance from everybody was fantastic.
And a quick word for your goalkeeper as well. At 2-1, 4 minutes to go, he makes a terrific save, doesn't he, tipping over that effort from Rollins?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I think he could have threw his hat. And I think, no, it was a good save. You know, it was a good save. But I just thought, as the game went on, we tied a little bit. We've got to remember as well, a lot of our lads are only just coming to us. I thought the 2 Everton boys, you know, Callum, I don't think's played in a game of that intensity before. You know, not get you ready for these type of games when you come out of 21 football. But I thought the 2 of them were a credit to themselves and their club. But for me, you know, when there's so much expectation, as you know, I've been to various events over the last few weeks since I've been here, more so this week. You know, so to get a win on your first game, I'll be honest, I'm just glad to get it out the way.
There seemed to be a sense of relief. Your celebrations at the end there, has it been a difficult week? Were you nervous?
Not so much nervous, but when you've got that much expectation, you know, and Steve Bellis keeps reminding me how upbeat the place is, and everyone keeps reminding me how upbeat the place is. So it's ordinary for any human being, isn't it, to want to play their part. You don't want that to all just fall flat. So I'm glad, you know, the players, as I said to the players before, all I can do is bring them together, guide them the best they can, give them as much information. At the end of the day, they've got to go out and do the business. I can moan and shout and scream on the line and edit and kick it, but at the end of the day, they've got to put the effort in. And I thought everyone to a man, you know, I think you've seen a proper you know, performance in terms of effort and commitment.
How's Big K? Because I mean, you could tell he didn't want to come off, but eventually it just had to.
Yeah, he did. He hasn't done a pre-season. He came at the very end of pre-season, which is again, you know, the point I'm trying to make regarding, you know, continuity and only having to add 3 or 4 bodies to a squad, and you've already got them in. Which hopefully next year that'll be the case. But he didn't want to come off. But he's only cramped up. He's fine. Right. Spoke to the physios. They're fine. You know, Micah and Abs are very, very close, but again, they rely a lot on their hamstrings. What we don't want to do, and it's something that we've done throughout, you don't want to take gambles on people. It's not necessary. We've got a good squad of players, and it's about me being confident in every single one of them. You know, young Callum's coming as a forward. We've played on the right side midfield. You know, Carl Letcham I thought was outstanding on the left side midfield. 2 lads in midfield. You know, so they all know. You know, all the players in that dressing room know that I'm prepared to put them in at any given time. It's not. I won't leave anybody out or play people out. It would have been very easy today to put Joe on the right hand side or Carl on the right, but no, you know, I said before, we're going to be on the front foot, we're at home, let's stick young Callum out there, and I thought he was outstanding. You know, all it missed was that little goal in the first half, but all in all, as I say, good day at the office. It's only 3 points, but gets it gets us off to a good start and hopefully gives the fans a lift.
How important was a winning start, do you think, today, given that we were in front of nearly 3,500 fans?
I think the performance was more important than well, not more important than the win, because you always say it the other way, don't you? You always say the wins, but I think where we are as a club at the moment, and obviously bringing in a whole new group of players and staff and myself and everybody else, I think it was key, that we played well and we put in a performance which the crowd can go home and be proud of. I think even when I was here over the last 2 years, I think they're a very knowledgeable crowd, and if the team are putting the effort in, I've seen them get beat here and be applauded off the pitch when they've had, when they really put a performance in. So I think it was more about the performance today, and obviously on the back of that to get 3 points. But from a personal point of view, just to get it out the way, that was the big thing for me.
So a winning start, but you go again on Tuesday, so you've no time really to rest on your laurels, have you? That's
football, isn't it? You get beat today, I'm sure Dennis is saying in there, well, we're at home now Tuesday, Saturday, let's go and get 6 points. That's the nature of football. You're up there for 2 or 3 days. The paper boy can bring the non-league up the path. He doesn't get sent back down here. But it was key not to get beat. I think it was key not to get beat. It was key to put a performance in. The place was absolutely bouncing. The atmosphere was incredible. When we scored and at the end, and I know the players in there, were really made up that they could play their parts because they knew how important it was. Everybody knows the history of the football club, and if they don't, they do now. And they knew how important it was to put a performance in here today and hopefully win the game.
You've put some smiles on some faces. Well done, Neil.
Thank you very much. Thank you.